Hello, fellow hitchhikers. This is an exciting moment in this adventure that I'm on right now, and that I'm going to be starting a scholarship program. And there's no point in sending lots of DMs and lots of posts. Generally, managers don't select scholars that way just by random chance. You got to be involved. You got to be following what's going on. I did a stream with my son the other night, and I tweeted out that at that stream I would be selecting some people to consider for application and started the process. So what I want to do with this video here is just introduce a couple basic concepts that scholars need to know in order to be ready and set up for pretty much any manager that they're going to be working for. And also some tips, and then I want to showcase the first team that I was able to put together for a scholar. And it was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, because I had needed to think of a team that would be consisted of only 3 or 4, in this case 4 Axies, to be able to do the PvE and the PvP in a way that would be fun and successful. And then maybe I can add a couple more Axies to that account as time goes on. So first off, be ready to play, be able to play. You need to go to axieinfinity.com, click the play now, and download according to your platform. It'll automatically detect and try and do a download for you. Except for iOS. I think the iOS invites are currently full and it's only done through test flight. But other than that, you're good to go. And I would also recommend spending some time looking at what else you can learn about all of the aspects of Axie Infinity. Know the ecosystem, know the game that you're getting into. Don't just think of it as a job. Currently SLP is at 14 cents, but I'm used to it being 3 cents, 2 cents. I was excited when it would break 5 cents, and so it very easily could return back to those prices. Next, you need to get 2 things. Well, I'm assuming you already have an email address. You need to have an email address. A lot of people go with the Gmail so that they can set up in Google Chrome and then have your profile in Google Chrome be able to sync so that whenever you launch Google Chrome, the extensions and all those kind of things will automatically load. Once you have or you could use Brave browser, whatever you're going to use, but there's 2 extensions that you need to have. You need to set up MetaMask. Now, MetaMask will enable you to create an Ether-based cryptocurrency wallet. And in the process of following and installing a MetaMask, you will get a seed phrase. Never give that seed phrase away, but also never lose it. It is only the seed phrase that gives you access to all of your crypto. So you'll need a MetaMask extension if you're going to turn your tokens or whatever that you've earned into your fiat with whatever on-off ramp that you're using. And in order to receive the SLP and things within the Axie Infinity world, you're going to need the Ronin wallet extension. So you need to get the Ronin wallet extension. Those 2 things, MetaMask extension, Ronin wallet. You can use the seed phrase that you get from MetaMask to when you launch the Ronin wallet to import and have the same seed phrase for both wallets. They are 2 different wallets though, so don't get confused. When you're in Axie Infinity and you've logged into the marketplace, you will see your email address and you will be able to see your balances that you have in your MetaMask wallet and your Ronin wallet. And it is this address here, this Ronin address, that you need to share with people that are going to send you things. So at the end of this cycle and you're receiving your SLP, you're going to be sharing this Ronin address with your manager and they're going to send you the SLP. But then you'll have this SLP and you need to sell it. So then you'll be using a bridge. And in the bridge, you're going to withdraw your assets to Ethereum. And you got to make sure your wallets are unlocked. Oh, this one's unlocked. This one's unlocked. I wonder why it's complaining about that. There, try it again. There, it worked. So it's going to go from the Ronin wallet to my Ethereum wallet. I can go into my MetaMask. I can click that to copy my Ethereum address, paste it, and then what would happen is I could withdraw, say maximum, I could withdraw this 3,000 SLP from Ronin to my MetaMask. But here's the thing, it does cost gas in order to do that. So you do need to have some ETH in there already in order to withdraw it. You have to have some ETH. So anyways, depending on who your manager is and what the process is, you will have different ways of selling, withdrawing. We're really hoping that there'll be a DEX released very soon within the Axie Infinity world, so that you could trade your SLP for ETH or for Axis, and you could start doing those kind of things and be able to bridge out and cash out. So anyways, I will help any of my scholars if they're needing help with any of this process. But either way, if you are looking at doing a scholarship, I highly recommend you have an email address, create an account on Axie Infinity, read all the backgrounds, know what you're getting into, have a Ronin address already set up so that you're ready to play. Now, I'm not going to click this show QR code. A lot of managers, when you first start a scholarship, they're going to just simply give you the QR code. And the QR code, when you're playing, you can scan it with your mobile device, and it will allow you to launch an account and start playing it. And once you've established a little bit of trust, then the manager may give you the username, the email address, and the password for the account so that you can log in onto the online profile and show your own QR codes with a different profile. When you click in Google Chrome, you can add more profiles. So you could have one for your own account and one for the scholar account. I hope that's a little bit helpful. I felt like I rushed a bit just trying to throw it all down. I do want to now take a moment and play with the first scholar team that I have put together and show you that it's playable at a higher MMR and should be playable all the way through to get to that. So I'll jump over to my mobile phone now. All right, so when you first start the account, for the first couple of weeks, you're going to want to start, well, really just focus on the adventure mode and leveling up your Axies. However, when it comes to actual doing your daily, there's a quest up here on the top that you can tap the quest. The daily requires doing 5 arena battles and winning them and completing 10 adventure modes. And then you get a bonus of 50 SLP. And at the current price of SLP, that's pretty good. But I just don't know how long SLP can hold this price. Anyways, so you will have a limited amount of energy because you'll only have 4 Axies. Then that will mean you'll have 20 energy, which means you have 20 battles that you can do, and then in 6 hours you can do 5 more battles, in 6 hours you can do 5 more battles, and it'll climb up to 20. So realistically in a day you're only going to be able to do about 30 battles in a day spread out over different times. Now as time goes along, you can get more Axies added to your count and eventually get to 10 Axies, giving you the 40 battles a day if you're needing to play that much and earning that much. So, but at the start, you'll get 4 Axies and it'll be spread out over 2 teams. One team, like this one here, is for PvP. I've been trying this bird with perch and eggshell and little owl and actually really liking it. And then you'll have a second team, which is your PvE team, which is almost the same, but I've changed the bird. And I'll show you how it works. You go into Adventure. And in Adventure, you start at level 1 and do the battles. And at the very beginning, these Axies do very little damage and they're very low levels, and it's quite actually hard to beat each level. And you play a couple matches. It's rather slow. And I'll show you the goal is to get to level 20, because level 20 you can earn 100 SLP in just a matter of minutes. But at the beginning, your Axies aren't going to have any leveling. And so that's why in the first 2 weeks, I don't require the full quota for the scholar. Now, a couple things I will point out. This bird has hair. And that means when it launches, we draw a card. And that's helpful in the higher levels to be able to actually draw cards. This beast in the middle here has Imp. And what's good about the Imp is that it will generate extra energy for each turn. And later on, once you level your Axies up, they'll be getting lots of criticals. So this beast has Ivory Stab, which which means it'll generate lots of energy in the battles. That's the idea behind this team, is that you can get that extra cards and also generate enough energy so that you can maybe even beat level 21 or 22 or 23, something like that. But at the very beginning, it's just a matter of grinding away. Now, each time you beat a level, two things will happen. You may get SLP. The first few levels can only be beat 1 or 2 times, and then they stop giving out SLP. There we go, there was a critical. And then you get experience. So experience, you can see these are only getting 51 experience right now because it's the first level. When you get up to, say, level 20, you can actually get like 400 experience every level. So the levels your Axies up very quick, but it's really hard to do that level just yet. It's quite trivial to do this level once your Axies have themselves been leveled up. So you will find that you'll be able to, after an hour or so, be able to beat level 5. It won't be too bad. This is the level to just sort of grind out as much as you can. Even when you run out of energy, you can see here, when you run out of energy, you will still get the experience. So you won't earn any SLP, but you'll still get experience. So you're going to want to grind away on level 5, and then eventually you'll be able to grind away on level 9. Level 10 is a bit tricky to beat. Level 12 is tricky, but you'll be able to find some easy levels in here. You grind away on those and eventually get your Axies up to about level 15 or 16, the levels of the Axies, and then you'll be able to beat level 20. And once you beat level 20, you're going to find that you can earn 100 SLP in about 20 minutes, half hour or so. So that'll be a nice treat. And then if you want, you can keep working your way. So that's the PvE team. Let's take a look at the PvP team. And this is the part that's been slowing me down, is how to put together a team for my scholars that they can actually climb up. And you can see right now I am ranked at 1600. So I'm not winning any big awards or whatever, but I'm up in the 1700 trophies. It's not too bad. And I've been trying this team out and winning more than losing. So I'm going to do battles with this team just to try and explain the thinking on this and the synergy and what's going on. So the bird has both Dark Swoop, or Little Owl, which targets the fastest, and it has Perch, which allows it to target any idle Axies. So that does cause the opponent to be not too sure what you're going to do. And then it also has Eggshell to be able to draw attention away from the tank. The beast I've already shown. It has the nut, which can do that extra damage, has the guaranteed critical, and that's what's nice, having that 0 card. I've put the beast at the back for a reason. I find it plays much better down that 1v1, having that 0 card. And the tank is just a standard tank. Yeah, I was faced with the dilemma of whether or not to play these 2 carrots, but I didn't know if this was a C card, play card kind of player or not. It's okay. I knew that in that first round they weren't going to be able to destroy my tank, and so I didn't worry too much about trying to stop them. Now there's a good chance they'll pass. They only have 2 energy. I now have 5 energy. You start with 3, you get 2 each round. They don't have any backdoors. They can't attack anything. And this one can steal, so there's a good chance they might try and steal this round. I think I can take out this front fish here with just my bird, and they will only have 2 energy, so they're not going to be able to hurt me by doing the that. And I think I'm going to do this. So if they do try to attack, I'll get 2 energy back. Oh, that was a mistake, because I played Eggshell. They're not going to hit my tank, which means they're not going to break. So that was a total mistake. Too busy talking. Oh well. Okay, so Eggshell, you can see there, caused their fish to attack my bird because it had played the Egg Bomb. Apply Aroma to this bird, which means everything attacks it. So that was a mistake, because then the Carrot Hammers, which gain 1 energy if this Axie shields break, didn't get triggered. Anyways, they played 2 energy. They're down again. They only have 2 energy. I only have 2 energy, and I just threw away the Carrot Hammer. There's a good chance they're going to pass. Or they're going to do this double tail slap to generate some energy. So what I'm going to do is try and steal it. Caught a critical. That was lucky. Oh, they're going to try and steal our energy. I don't know why he's throwing his carrot up. I guess he's counting on just killing my tank. Yeah. Yeah, that was such a mistake early on, throwing those two carrots up early. They already played their 2 steals, so it's unlikely they have the steals again. They probably didn't draw them. So I think I'm actually just going to pass on this draw. And they're trying to decide whether or not they should attack or not. They don't have any heal. Yeah, they passed as well. So now, I think I still am going to play not my bird. I'm going to play the beast because it is after... Oh, actually, no. Actually, that makes more sense because their fish might attack. I guess I'll split my attack. Trying to decide if I should do a guaranteed crit here or not. Maybe what I'll do is do this. That's kind of a risky move, but that'll, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So the bird should take out their fish. I did give them an energy, but did do some damage. My bird is alive. It goes first. It's too bad these dark swoops are there. They're not going to do any damage. I'll throw that up just for the sake of it. Here, I have 3 energy. They don't have any stun or anything. I think I'm just going to come in with everything that I can. I'm going to start with the discard though. Guaranteed crit, Darren guaranteed crit, and then that'll give me 2 energy and do a lot of damage. They're definitely going to try and heal, but I'll have 2 energy from these 2 crits I put on them. Oh, might even be enough. So even with that massive mistake, even up at this MMR, I'm able to squeeze out a victory, and I believe I'm getting 10 SLP per battle. Now, when you first start, you'll be sitting around 3 to 7 SLP, and you have to kind of climb up the ladder. I'm going to do one more battle, see if I can win. Can't believe I won that, even with that massive mistake with the eggshell and the carrots. So, because I got Vegabite and this, I know they can't destroy my tank, but I can see that there's a good chance they might try and steal. They don't have any other back doors. Well, actually, if they draw the perfect draw here, double nut with a Ronin, they could put my tank in last stand. So I'm actually going to do this with the hope of stealing, yeah, one of their energies, but I didn't. But they got the double nut, but at least I have some shields up. They broke my shield, which means I'll do a little extra damage. And because my tank is slower, I get the bonus of the damage. So they played all 3 of their energy, so that means they only have 2 energy. I have the 3. This bird with the perch, prioritize idle when combined with 2 other cards, so it requires at least 3 energy to play that perch on the bird. They're thinking, they know, if they've been energy counting, they know I have 3 energy. They're going to be anticipating perhaps I'm going to play the perch, which means I would be able to take out their beast if they only put shields up on their tank. However, I don't have that as a card draw. I think all I'm going to do is just throw up Pumpkin. Might have been a wasted energy because they're going to use their all-out shot. All-out shot does 120 damage. It's a free card and does 30% damage to the Axie. So you can see its health has gone down. This is where it can be nice to have a card that attacks injured Axies, or anyways, you can recognize it by that little tail that's there. Their bird is going first. They played their energy though. I don't think they can destroy my bird in one shot, so I am going to throw up a little bit of shield. I believe I can survive that. 1, 2, 3. And I think I have to play 1 extra. Let's save that energy. Oh, that's a waste. All-out shot, so they're going to kill that bird before they're done with it. Oh, I got a critical. Oh, bird crits are the worst. Okay, they're going to take out my... Oh, last stand. So it's a bit of a waste of their energy to take out my bird. So I'm going to take the chance and throw that one up. In particular, because I have this free card. And then I'll do a discard. a guaranteed crit, and get my energy back. Oh, he wasted the energy. Well, that's okay. It cost him an energy, 1 for 1. It's probably the smart move because it saved a bit of damage on their beast. Oh, I got a critical. Second critical. Okay, that's just lucky. 2 crits in 1 battle. Both of them important. They actually can still win this, though. Because they have the all-out shot. Birds, it'll do like 200 damage to the beast because birds have the class advantage over beast. So in a lot of ways I need to go maximum shield, and I don't know if I can. I think I'm going to try and guarantee that I get some energy. There's a good chance they're just going to not play. They're just going to pass. Or they might just play 2 cards. Well, I can't take the risk. That was a beautiful play by them, because now what happens is they've done all that damage to me, and they played 3. They should have only played 2 cards. They made a mistake. They should have played 2 cards there, because that would have left their beast with 1 bar, and then I would have been able to take them out. Okay, second victory. So there's a lot to the game. It's very compared to chess. I mean, I won 2 in a row. I made mistakes. You need to watch your videos. If you tap this roll, you can re-watch your games that you've done. It's important to watch your games, see what the other player did, see what you did, learn from your mistakes, and take the time to do that. So the daily quest requires winning 5 arena battles and then completing 10 adventure. You have 2 teams. The PvP is for arena, and PvE, which is for adventure. So you'll have 4 Axies total. You'll be able to do 20 battles. Once you run out of the energy, you either have to wait 6 hours to get 5 more battles, or keep playing. In the arena, you won't earn any SLP if you win once you run out of this energy. In adventure, you can continue to earn SLP up to 100 maximum. If you look here, there's a little down the left-hand side here, 100 out of 100. So I've already earned my 100 for the day. But you're going to battle until you get 100 SLP. So do your arenas first. Do those 5 arenas first. Then go to the adventure, because then at least you're still earning SLP, and you can still do your 10 battles, tap your check-in, and get your 50 bonus. And once you've leveled up your Axies, you will be able to do level 20, and level 20 will be very trivial to beat. So I hope that kind of explains the team a little bit, shows that it can compete at the higher MMR, and now it's just a matter of putting the time in and earning the SLP and figuring it out. So lastly, before I end this, I want to show you just a couple things you need to do when you first set up the account. First off, you have to tap Axies down in the bottom left and hit Sync Axies. And when you do that, it will synchronize the Axies and make them available. And you want to double check in the teams when you tap the teams that the 2 teams are there. The PvE, which is for adventure and for leveling up and trying to get the Axies as high of a level as you can in the shortest amount of time. And the PvP. And they have the 2 of the same Axies but arranged differently, and then they each have a different bird. And hopefully you can get a chance to practice and learn that. And by losing a few battles in the arena, you will lower your MMR. You possibly will end up in the 3 SLP range, but then as you start to win some, or you see how you lose, you'll learn strategies that other players are using and get a sense of what strategies you can do or anticipate their moves, and also possibly start to get a sense of what Axie you would like to have. You know, I really thought I wanted a Terminator Axie, and now I play with my double fish team, and I just eliminate Terminators on a regular basis, and I realize, oh, I don't really want a Terminator. So it's by playing, winning and losing and battling it out that you figure out what works for you and what style. So hopefully you have a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do one more bonus match just for fun. Well, there we go. Speak of a Terminator right there. Now, I can normally take these out with my fish, no problem. Oh, actually, that's not a Terminator because it doesn't have the thorny caterpillar. It's just got this scale dart at the end. Well, let's see what we can do with this. This might actually be a chance to use the perch. I'll try it. I can do perch. And if they've thrown their carrot or their steel up on their tank, I'll be able to jump back and get that reptile behind them. Yeah, they're smart enough to know not to. So they didn't play any energy, so they have 3 energy, plus the 2 they get at the beginning of the round. That puts them at 5 energy. So they're going to quite likely come in with this beast and absolutely destroy my tank, or decide to throw a chomp on the tank. And I can't really use the attack fastest now because this is their fastest. Their tank is their fastest. So there's not too much I want to do with that. I'm just going to pass. Oh, all they did was 1 pumpkin and a steel maybe? Oh, they didn't even do that. They just did a beach. Okay. So they played 2, so they still had their original 3 plus 2 more. That puts them at 5 energy still. Enough to destroy the tank. I think I'm going to go with something like that. That would be enough to destroy their tank, unless, of course, they pumpkin up. Wouldn't mind saving those bird. I'm tempted to do this, but I think their beast is going to destroy my tank, in which case it would be a waste. I'm going to try it, because if they do destroy, then at least I'll get the energy that it generates. And if their tank tries to steal, they won't steal my energy. So I'm going to do that. See, they tried to steal. I wanted to spend it all so they wouldn't be able to get that benefit. So sort of putting it in that carrot hammer puts some in the bank. And I don't know if they're going to be able to destroy. They're not. But I think their reptile still has to go. Oh, come on. Probably last stand. Yeah. And the reptile. So this is where I'm really tempted to use perch and hope that they throw something up on their fish. The reality is or I guess it's a dusk. The reality is they're not going to. They're going to know not to do that. If I go attack fastest, I'm in trouble. But if I don't put anything up, this bird's going to take a beating. But I think that's all I can do. Yeah, this is going to hurt. I just need to live. I have enough energy. That's okay. So they put stun on me. If I leave the stun, even if I put a whole bunch of shield up and they go first, stun actually acts like sleep. And so the damage would go right on through all my shields. So I definitely want to get rid of the stun. Plus I go first and I have 6 energy. So I'm going to throw up this attack fastest. Even though it's not going to work because the stun's going to nullify it. And then I'm just going to go all in. Oh, they're going to end up stunning me again with their snail shell. So maybe I'm better off just doing 1. The bird takes the stun, and then I go in with something like that. That might actually work. Get rid of the stun. Hit it. I become stunned, but that's okay. I don't need it anymore. It's done its job. Oh, I forgot to put the imp up. Oh, I put the wrong one up. I should have put this imp up to get the energy. I did that pincer or whatever it's called. Might bite. Oops. That might be a mistake to cost me the game. Oh, well, based on the card draw, it wouldn't have mattered if I had that extra energy. So if I can live, which I don't know if I will. Nope. So there I lost one. If I could have won that, then I would have had a chance at eliminating them. 2 yellow fuzzy beasts met out in the field. But I didn't have enough shield. When I first started playing, I always really liked playing reptiles. I only had 2 reptiles and a plant because they're just so hard to beat. They're just these mammoths, but I've since moved on to playing 2 fish. Well, I won 2, I lost 1. I'm playing up in the high MMR. I hope this works for you. If it doesn't, we can always change one of the Axies. Keep track of your towels, and remember, don't panic.